Hi guys. So I remember those times when every woman thought that they should have a G string. It was I think the early 2000s. Like you are not sexy if you do not have a G string. Like when you go to visit your man. Of course, in the early 2000s, I was still a teen, so the trend kind of went on for some time until I was an adult and I could buy my own knickers now. So I did try them, and let me tell you something. From the very first try, I was uncomfortable. I'm like, oh my god, it's like that thing is trying to cut through your vagina and through your asshole, like put them apart. I didn't know how women were like doing it over and over again, especially stars. Don't ask me where I got this information, all right? So if you're new here, my name is Saidat. You can call me Sid, and we're going to just talk about why women don't wear G-strings anymore. Like, what happened to that trend? You don't want to be sexy anymore? All right, now I'm going to give you all the facts and all the details, all the secrets, okay, that just told them to just let this trend just go by, all right? I think there's some women who still have G strings, but I think the G strings that are made these days are a bit more like they have so much more coverage of cloth that they are not as terrible. So, number one, besides it digging into your vaginal area, your skin, your vulva, okay, and causing you a lot of discomfort, number two, it would cause some women some vaginal irritation and also bruises down there. Yes, those things were extremely so tight that I guess some people wouldn't wear the ones that would be for their sizes. So, because it's just a string, so you'd be like, it fits everyone, right? Three, there was a high risk of women getting yeast infections, that is candida, all right? Because you see, the vaginal area is not supposed to be, as in the external part, that is supposed to be dry. The internal part of the vagina, inside the vaginal canal, is what should be moist. All right. So when you're secreting vaginal discharge, a wetness, whatever you want to call it, and it's trickling down on that little string, it becomes extremely, let me say, moist or wet, the string itself, or watery. Even after urinating and you use some water to clean, that residue of water that remains, if you don't dry yourself, still goes on that string, so it becomes so wet. That is the worst condition for any woman's vaginal area, okay, because that wetness on your knicker uh, causes, let me say, a conducive environment for an overgrowth of bacteria in your vaginal area, and that's how you get yeast infections. Then number four, there was a high risk of women getting bacterial vaginosis. That string could push bacteria from the anus, okay, onto your vaginal area, and that bad bacteria, your bacteria in your anus is not the bacteria that should be in your vagina. Your vagina has its own bacteria. So when this comes from the anus, it's the worst case scenario. And that's why sometimes women have bacterial vaginosis and they don't know why. Okay, sometimes it could just be your G string. Number five, you can actually get a UTI because that bad bacteria, okay, from the anal area can also transfer onto, if it transfers onto your vaginal area, it can also transfer onto your inside your urinary tract, and then you get a UTI. And I know you're saying inside that if the string is touching like the asshole only, and also there are different parts of the string, one part touches the asshole, the other part touches the vagina, and then the other part, so how does that happen? Every time you take that, let me say, to urinate or to do your business in the toilet or just anything, there's a lot of sometimes adjusting of that string. It could be a little bit higher this time when you put it back on, or midway, or even lower. It won't be the same positioning. That's why it can, bacteria from the asshole can easily transfer. Like you guys, G strings will like dig deep into the asshole, like for real. Then number six, it could cause some women vaginal dryness. Some of them were made from harsh materials. Okay, so because they're so tight, they cause a lot of friction down there. Okay, so the more friction that is down there, it's like how if a woman decides to have intercourse for a long period, let's say she jumped in the bed and she's going to just have intercourse throughout the day and the night, what's going to happen is that her wetness is going to decrease over time, no matter how wet, even if she's like the wettest person in the world. And this doesn't include squirt. Squirt comes from somewhere else, okay? It comes from your urethra. It does not come from your vagina canal. All right. So now in this case, I'm talking about the vaginal canal. So the more and more you have intercourse throughout the day, non-stop, continuously, of course, you're going to become less wet and less and less and less. For some women, even it doesn't even take hours. The very first session, you can even dry out. That's because he took more than 5 minutes or more than 10 minutes. So just imagine if you wear a string. Because of that tightness and it like absorbing all the moisture in your vaginal area, it's going to dry out your vagina. Before I forget, people who ask me questions about vaginal dryness and questions about fishy smell in the vagina, there are so many questions. So I answered some of them. You can look at the videos 2 days back and also the ones on my YouTube. That is my YouTube channel. 2 days back, you'll get the answers you need in some of these videos. Okay, you don't always have to send me messages, but that's how I get to know what you want to know. So yeah, keep those messages coming. Then number 7, G-strings cause poor hygiene. Okay, first of all, because they stink and smell so fast. Just imagine something is digging inside your vagina and your asshole. You're going to go poop. Okay, yes, fine, you're going to clean yourself. Basically, it needs you to be extra cautious about how you clean yourself, even after poop. Like, use some soap and real clean in there and dig in yourself. I know, like, I can never dig in myself in there because it's hard. I don't know how other people do it, but the people that use it for intercourse, I don't know, cause but anyway, you have to real dig in, cause that G-string is gonna dig in for you. Okay, so you have to real clean it. So anyway, either way, it's still going to dig into your vagina area, and I don't recommend you using soap in there. It doesn't matter anyway. Still, you're going to secrete vaginal secretions. Discharge. Any time of the day. So yeah, it gets a little bit stinky and smelly so fast that even when you take off your string, you're like, damn. Like, you're even scared of it to be near you because you know where it has been. That's how it is. Then lastly, you could get ingrown hairs. Ingrown hairs are those, like after shaving, you get those bumps. Those are called, or some people think are sores or pimples. Those are ingrown hairs. All right. You could get those ingrown hairs. Ingrown hairs happen if you're wondering, like, instead of the hair like coming out, instead it curls back in. So when it curls back in, it creates that swelling. All right. So because of the tightness of this G-string, okay, first of all, the place is not breathable enough, and also, it can clog up your pores, and then eventually you get these ingrown hairs. Meanwhile, I have made a video about my vaginal care with the products that I use after shaving, so that I don't get any itches or all those ingrown hairs, those sores, bumps. Like, I need to show you how it's done so that you can also do it the right way. All right, so you go and check that video out on YouTube right now. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful. Take care and bye.